Righty all, it is your favorite auditor's favorite auditor. Audit them, the one who encourages you to audit them. This is the first time coming here. I do not believe I came here before. This is the McHenry, Illinois Administrative Building. This is a county building here. It is a beautiful day. I do have my binder with me as well. Check it on section 4. Alrighty. Hey, how's it going?
Fine, thank you.
Henry, already. Let me have a couple of these right here. And one of these. Alrighty. Hey, how's it going? Alrighty, county assessments. Let's start off by the assessments. County assessor. If everybody would please hit thumb up in the bill. Yeah, I do not recall coming here ever. This will be my first time, possibly. Okay, so here's the county clerk's office. Here is the Board of Review, BOR. Here's an employees only. All right. Oh, assessments. Assessments is saying it's employees only. All right, we'll come back for them. Let's check the board first. Oh, they're claiming trespassing under 735, 25, 23, 1. All right.
Have you down here?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How can I help?
Good. Recording audio and video here. How are you doing today?
Okay.
Good, good.
Let me just make sure that that's okay in our office.
Oh, yeah, it is.
All right.
We'll find out the long way.
Come on,
23-1 trespass. So here's what their trespass code is. They're pointing out that it will be trespass under 21-3, but here's 21-3. It says remains on the land of another after receiving notice from the owner or occupant to depart, right? But they do not, these are false flags, false signs. They do not point to, this does not apply to entering a building open to the public during normal business hours of operation or entering into a public building under the reasonable belief it is still open to the public. These signs are all contradictory right here, but I think they want to escalate the things. We'll give them a few minutes.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. I'm Alex.
Good.
Manager of Assessments. How are you?
Yeah, I'm recording audio and video here.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because these signs, they're a little intimidating and they're false. These signs here, they're saying that somebody could be trespassed under section 21-3, but I came well prepared because 3 is staying for It's stating that if somebody remains on the land, here's what your code says. If someone remains on the land of another after receiving notice from the owner or occupant to depart. But what it's not saying is for subsection 1, this does not apply to entering a building open to the public during normal business hours of operation or entering in a public building under the reasonable belief it is still open.
Okay.
So yeah.
And I have no problem helping you out.
Yeah.
Myself. So again,
Okay,
yeah, we
great.
have those signs posted. But again,
What is
I'm here to help.
Yes,
So
sir.
what's up?
What is the first name of the Freedom of Information Officer for the Board of Review? I have to check with two spots, BOR and assessments.
Correct. So we've got a couple of people in the office that do. Ginger Schaefer is our.
Yeah, the thing what I'm trying to convey here is, sir, is that I really did not want to speak with any staff. I wanted to come here and gather some public record, which is the total amount of operating budget of BOR and the total amount of operating budget of the assessments office.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I can see about have a seat. And I'll see what I can
Sure, I prefer to stand. I'll wait around a couple
Oh, sure.
seconds.
All right. So you want the budget for the board of review and the budget for
BOR,
BOR board of review
Board of Review, yep.
and for the assessments.
Yep. And I am going to be inquiring that information from numerous divisions, a variety of departments.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem.
Sure. Alrighty. The good thing is that they are aware that people have the right to record in here, but they're trying to intimidate with these 9 or 10 signs they have up. Now here is some information they have displayed prominently. Oh, great, great. Okay, great. So they have some things on display, but not all. They have their mission statement, right? They're missing their block diagram. Look, they think this is the block diagram. It's not. That's a zoning map. They're probably confused. But it's a good start for them, and it's a real good start that the employees did not become hostile or belligerent yet. Keyword yet. So, yep, information, alrighty. Yep, they have fees allowable under section 6. All right, let me prepare my checklist here. And you see there's so many people inside the clerk's office that if I was to walk in there, the employees would probably start shouting and becoming hostile, which will essentially trigger the customers to do the same.
Hi. This is about getting senior homestead pension,
Okay, what's your address?
1905 Castle Road.
Okay, let me grab that application. So this one's just a quick one, you just fill out this front right here and then you sign and deed it.
Fill out this.
Yeah. Were you wanting to just take it with you and bring it back?
Yeah.
Or- Okay, we can do that. Let me just get your phone number on the top for you. You can actually, if you didn't want to have to come over the way back in. You could mail it to us if you wanted, or you could come in and you can just make copies of your IDs. Otherwise, you have to do that for you.
I just figured I was your family taxes and I would find this out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a
You
good
have a
day.
great day.
You too.
Thanks.
April, I have a question.
Winthrop. Okay, I tell you what, as he gathers that, let's go visit another office because I have to gain this data from a variety of departments. Oh yeah, let's step out and come right back. Come back to BOR, B-O-R. Board of Review. Alrighty. We'll come back to the county clerks. It looks like there's a bunch of people in there right now. But
No, they didn't go anywhere. Wait a second, where did he go? I was like, were you leaving?
are you the FOIA officer for this division?
For this division?
Yeah.
I'm the supervisor of assessments, so.
Okay.
No, I'm not the FOIA officer, but again, we have a FOIA officer actually coming down right now, so.
Sure. You see, under Section 4 of the Freedom of Information Act, that's the FOIA officer? No. She's not.
No, she's coming down.
Okay. FOIA officer?
I'm sorry?
You the FOIA officer?
One of many, but is there something I can help you find, sir?
Yes, ma'am. What division do you work for?
I work for county administration. What can I do for you?
Okay, great. I'm recording here, audio and video. I need access to all records required to be displayed prominently under Section 4.
Okay, which ones do you want to see specifically? Because I can pull anything up you want on the computer.
Yeah, they're required to be displayed prominently. Some of them are. Your purpose is there on that board.
Okay.
Your fees allowable under Section 6 is displayed. Few things I do not see is the block diagram giving its functional subdivisions.
Sure, let me pull them up for you.
Yeah. I'd like copies.
Well, we could do that. All right. So you want to come over so you can see,
Sure,
sir?
yeah. Well,
Why don't you pull up a chair?
they're required to be displayed prominently online, but in person first. And
right.
I did check your website. They are not displayed prominently.
Well, let me show you where to find them.
Yeah.
So our budget book is the ultimate place to find any document you want, okay? So what year are you looking for here?
Well, the current budget.
All right. So let's look at this one right here, 24. Okay, what happened here? Let's look at the interactive version. Scott, can you do me a favor, please? Can you go talk to our IT department, please?
Yeah, let me give him a
Yeah,
call.
we
Yeah,
just
we'll
switched.
give him a call. We had something switch over,
We
so
just
please
switched
handle
over
that for
to
me.
Windows
Thank you.
11.
Will do.
So that's what's going on.
What,
Supervisor.
This is the budget page, Scott. There's another way we can do this too. So let's go look at our PAFR instead. That's another way we can do it. So we've got different audit reports as well. The popular annual financial report is always very helpful as well, sir.
But you know what section 4 is calling for is just that single number, whatever it is. The budget is 9 mil, 10 mil,
Sure, let me pull it
Yeah.
down for you, sir.
the underlying total.
So
that is
here's a good
that is a block
organizational
diagram.
step.
Yes, this is required to be displayed prominently.
Okay, well, I can print this off for you if you
Sure.
like, sir.
Yes, please.
All right, Alex, does this computer connect to the printer?
Let me find out because I have not.
Here, let me see if it prints out here.
There's nobody in the past 40 years that will come and inquire in this, and there's nobody in the next 40 years that will come and inquire in this. This is a 5-minute gig, but it's very beneficial.
So let's see. Sorry, I haven't used this computer before, sir, but we can get this done.
Alicia,
Yeah,
we also have access on this computer over here.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me get this printed. Well,
Sure.
let me find the list of things that
Okay,
you want
this
first
is
to
the
get
list,
printed
ma'am.
off.
This is the list, ma'am. Here is section 4.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, okay, but which documents exactly would you like?
Yeah, so all those documents under are 9 items. One of them is the purpose of the assessor's office.
Okay.
That is on display, that's up there. Another is the approximate number of full-time and part-time employees of just the assessor's office.
Okay.
An organizational chart, which is the block diagram, the total amount of operating budget, boards and commissions,
Okay, let me show you some of
Yeah.
that too. Here, there's a lot of good stuff on that. We actually have a really cool page here.
But you see, 99% of the government bodies, this stuff is not prominently displayed on their website. It takes clicks and buttons that people have to navigate to try to access. It's hard.
Well, if you've got some ways that you would like to suggest to make it better, please let me know.
I just like the county representatives to follow the statute, which says have this stuff on display.
Alex, there's something very wrong with this computer here. It's now complete.
It just switched, you know what, we just switched to Windows 11. Yeah,
Oh.
we literally just switched to Windows 11 overnight. So we haven't even had, it didn't even occur to us to come out here and double check to make sure that was all.
Do you mind if I run and grab my computer quick?
We have access here.
Okay.
Great.
All right, so now we got the budget here.
I was just gonna print this out.
I can help you down here.
Alex, we got some customers in here.
Oh, you know what? Would you please, since we have some business
Customers.
taking place, would you be able to check that out for a moment?
Or we can take you into another room if you'd like over here, so we can continue.
Because
Well,
we do deals with pretty sensitive information. That's why we had no problems with your recording.
Yeah.
With nobody here, we didn't say anything, but now there are some people here, so.
yeah, well, I mean, I guess they're not really conveying anything private.
Well, they
They
could
are.
be.
Their social security numbers are on there, so I'm going to inform them that you have a video camera, and it can be up to them whether they decide to stay or leave during this transaction.
Well,
It's
yeah,
not up
just-
to the
just hold on, it's not
customer,
up to
but,
them. We can make the.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to walk over and take a picture of that, nor when I think that the person is going to say their social out loud.
Sir,
See-
if you like, how about
yeah.
we take you into this room over here and we can help you?
Well, maybe we just carry on looking for this stuff because I'm not engaged with them and I don't want to escalate things or have you folks escalate things either. Yeah.
That's all right here for me. I don't actually need that, so you can put that away.
And we're gonna print a copy of the budget, is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, let's print a copy of the budget, please. But again, we do have a policy, Scott.
Understand.
Which policy do you believe you're referring to?
It's actually down here. The only
We have a
number
written
I
policy in
will
regards to filming when we have
Is it
people.
this one right
number
here?
I need, I'll return for
Oh,
you.
that's,
A non-public forum.
This is a non-public forum, so we'd really appreciate it if while we have customers here, we can either take you into another room,
no,
sir.
this is considered a public body.
No, it is not, sir.
This is a public body here,
No, it
yeah.
is not, sir. Upstairs is a public body in our county boardroom, for example.
Yeah.
But while we have customers who are trying to be served and have information that is confidential, it is not. And we will have to call to our Woodstock Police Department partners to respect their privacy,
Well, I'm
please.
not interested in having that conversation about that because I have the trespass code and it does not apply. You'll find out in the long run.
Sir, we would like to help you get the information
Sure,
you'd
yep.
like.
That's if we continue to work on that. I think I'll be all set after I obtain those records.
All right.
Yeah.
Then we could just print that off for you, please.
Well, they're required to be displayed, and I'd like to see those items displayed.
We actually have them displayed upstairs in the finance office, is where we maintain them.
Yes, but the thing is, sir, each department is required to have their own purpose. The finance department's purpose is different than the BOR or the assessments. It has a different description, and they have a different amount of employees as well.
But the budget is all encompassing of all the agencies of the county.
Right, but each division is supposed to have their budget up. That's what's required under the statute.
We comply with the statute
Yeah.
and we have it upstairs.
And who would I have to speak to? What was your name?
My name is Alicia Schuler, sir.
Alicia Schuler. Okay, great. So who would I have to speak to as far as, let's see here. Which one was it? Here we go, number 14. Who would we have to speak to in regards to this faulty sign, having that removed, because that's threatening people for trespass under section 3, which here it clearly says this does not, under section criminal trespass to real property 21.3, it says this does not apply to entering a building that's open to the public during normal business hours of operation.
Sir, you can speak
or
with our state's
entering-
attorney's office about that
Great.
if you like.
Okay. The thing is, 99.9% of the employees, I've been in more than 500 agencies, they think they're right, but in the long run, they find out that they are in the wrong. So what does the government does? Like Lake County Bar Association, they have training to teach the staff that's unfamiliar, such as yourself, about what's really going on and what's the truth. Those threats are not to be taken lightly. You don't threaten somebody to call Woodstock Police because they're coming in here showing that you being a FOIA officer is in the wrong. Okay? Let's say I did catch a social security number. It's up to the customer to prove that in the court of law. It's not up to you to try to escalate the situation and threaten someone, come and point finger and saying you're doing something wrong. It's an easygoing thing, and I prefer to go that way. But those signs are completely wrong. Another thing, this is not a public limited or whatever those words are. That's nowhere to be found. This is actually a public body, according to the Freedom of Information Act, which is open to subject disclosure.
Sir, we
Scott,
understand
can
the
you please
position.
put through the calls that we need? Thank you.
Well, that'll be a disorderly conduct that you will create if you decide to create a fictitious police
How
report.
about to our state's
We're-
attorney, please?
That's the better call. That's the better call.
All right. This is, I'm gonna hit pause on this.
No, I don't need a pause on that. Those are,
I can only do one thing at a time.
well, let's do that first. So we don't need the state's attorney.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do
We
need the
do.
state's attorneys.
Well,
Please, Scott, call state's attorney.
all right.
So just to clarify for everybody watching, this FOIA officer right here, for everybody watching the video live right now, this FOIA officer believes it's more important for her to escalate the situation, show herself off to be wrong. She shows her pride. That's not a problem. But in the end of the day, these videos make it worldwide, and we have the laws behind it to back us up here. All we're asking this honorable government staff here is to prominently display, she identified herself as the Freedom of Information Officer. We believe this Freedom of Information Officer collects 100% of her check, but she's not performing 100% of her duty. Now, because she's not performing 100% of her duty, that's official misconduct. Either she's intentionally or recklessly failing to provide a mandatory duty required by law.
If you just want to have a seat, we'll be right with you.
Where is the state's attorney's office?
The state's attorney's office, sir, is in the courthouse right across the way.
Right, they're required to have his purpose and his budget up. I could almost say 9 times out of 10. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about showing his constituent. You as a public servant, imagine that you want to not comply with your task, but you want to double down and you want to escalate the situation.
Sir, is there something I can find for you?
Sure, I need access to the records that are required to be made available immediately according to the statute, which is 5 ILCS 1404.
Oh, no, 66.
So she's basing her premise for everybody watching live. This
And
this
I'm going to.
employee
Is
is
there something that you
basing.
would like to see here, sir? Would you like to see strategic plan?
Yes, ma'am.
fund
These
summaries?
this you have a
How
training
about
certificate.
assessments right here, sir? Is this what you're looking for?
I'm looking, ma'am.
The expenditures.
Yeah, the state statute says. The state statute says.
I found him the
This-
expenditures here, sir, and I've got the assessments pulled up, expenditures by expense type.
No, that's not
revenues
what
by
it's calling
source.
for. The law is
There you
calling.
go. Here's
Yes.
the organizational chart.
Yes,
Is this
ma'am.
what you're looking for?
Yes, ma'am. Everything under section 4 is what I need copies of.
Okay, let's print this.
Right.
for
See
you.
this?
Yes, you sure can. Yep.
All right, here. We'll go under the
And then for
assessments.
everybody watching, sometimes there's customers in the background that they have a look on their face like they're agitated and stuff. But in the end of the day, there's a right and there's a wrong.
There's a right and a wrong for people who don't want to be videotaped also, and I don't want to be.
Correct,
so
and
you're
neither do
wrong.
I. I'm not
And
agitated,
you're
I just don't want to be
creating a
recorded.
disturbance where there doesn't need to be one.
Yeah, you don't have my permission to record me.
It's not a disturbance, but you have a wonderful day.
You too, don't record me.
So you'll have that part on file then?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Alex,
or actually,
I want to email the assessments copy, please, so this gentleman can have the printed copy.
Okay.
Can you do, how about we
yeah,
just
I'll-
put in your email and let's get that printed?
all right.
You can just take them as long as you need to.
At the end of the day, for everybody watching this video live, customers become upset, staff becomes upset, but all I'm trying to do is confirm that this department is not complying with the law. And they will,
And
guaranteed.
if that is your camera and it's recording me, I've already asked you not to, please, thank you.
Oh no, I was not speaking to you. I'm not interested in speaking to you.
Yeah, if you're ready.
If you'd like some privacy, I can have you come in here.
That'd be great, thank you.
And imagine this, Miss FOIA officer, if this department did already comply with the law, it would have been like just I received copies as permitted by law, and it would have just been a short notice here. It should never escalate.
Is there something else I can help you with, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Again, I need access to all records under Section 4, which is I'm entitled to the copies of those immediately. It's not a demand, but it does say the word immediately.
They're printing out, sir.
Sure. With that, I'll have your business card.
Oh, I don't have one in my pocket, sir, but I can go upstairs and
Sure.
grab one for you if
Yep,
you like.
absolutely.
All right, I'll be right back.
Sure.
We'll have this available, and we'll get this printed for you.
Thank you,
Is there
sir.
anything else?
Did you contact the state's attorney?
I left a message.
Oh.
I'm waiting for them to call.
Okay, I see. Did you contact the Woodstock Police Department of what your co-worker advised you of?
I did not,
They did not. Okay, great.
because I think we just want to work with you and get
Sure,
you what you
sure.
need. And we certainly appreciate the fact that you're interested in our budget. So let me
Yes.
hit print.
What was your name, sir?
My name's Scott Hartman,
Scott Harper. Okay,
Deputy County Administrator.
great. There was an employee that worked for the Park District. I asked him what his budget was. He decided to walk up to my face and call me an a-hole.
I
Yeah.
hope your experience is better.
No, the thing is, what I'm saying is, all I asked him for is records that were required to be displayed. He called me an a-hole. A month later, his boss posted everything up. Now he has to go into work every day, stare at the wall, and notice how he treated a member of the public when I just wanted him to comply with the law.
Oh, well,
It's a wonderful thing.
and that's fair. And we certainly appreciate sharing the information we have.
Sure.
Residents, we want them to know what we're doing as a county. We try to be as responsive as
Yes.
possible. This
Supervisor,
should be,
the only thing I ask is to have these items displayed. You already have some of them, which I'm happy for. You have your purpose here. You have your fees allowable under Section 6 here. That's 2 of them. You have some freedom of information. It's missing the name of the FOIA officer, and it's missing your organizational chart.
officers right there.
Okay, great. This is the designated FOIA officer, right? And their contact information is what the statute's calling for. So maybe their address.
Well,
email address, or
Well,
U.S.
they're available here, so.
Yes.
And the phone numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Right. But it's missing the block diagram. Is your budget up here? It's not.
No.
Okay.
I don't see your budget.
Your budget is required to be displayed, sir. I'm trying to build allies with staff.
All right. There you are, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right.
Is anybody filming in here? Sir, there's no filming. That is posted on the door.
So,
Yes, ma'am. Black and white over black. Oh, about 5:10. And when will your officers be here?
sir,
Yes, sir.
this is what you need? And
Thank you.
It seems that, can I have 2 FOIA forms to fill out?
If you